Like,
We have the Sam Presti. Would you rather? I'm guessing Latif or Max has that.
Nah, I made it. All right. I made it. We're gonna do a Sam Presti would you rather. So would you rather have this executive running your team or Sam Presti? I do need cameras on for this. If you could, Q, for the TikTok. Thank you, sir. All right. First name up is Danny Ainge.
give me Sam Presti.
Max?
Yeah, this one's tough. This is the only one that I actually have a hard time with, I think. Yeah, you can say what you want. I still need to see more body work from Brad Stevens.
I want to pause this after we finish because I really want this is ridiculous. But go ahead, you said Danny Ainge. What you saying, Jaden?
No, I didn't say Danny Ainge.
I said Danny Ainge.
I'm going to stick with Sam Presti. I like the trade moves that he's made. I love his drafting that he's done. He's had some low points, obviously, in his career of drafting, but he's had some very good hits, some very good player development, kind of seen talent that other guys have not. So I'll go with Sam Presti.
I'm going Danny Ainge. He has had hands in building 2 championship teams, and we have not seen Sam Presti do that. So yeah, I mean, he hasn't built a championship team. He's done great with rebuilding, like twice. He's done it.
My bias definitely comes into effect now. My bias comes into effect. I'll be honest.
He's a great drafter. He drafted KD, Russ, and James Harden. He drafted Chet and J-Dub. So he's a really good rebounder for sure.
I'm not going to fight it. My bias, the bias shows on this one. Danny Ainge is an all-time GM.
Yeah,
sure.
All right.
Look. Sports. This ain't like when it comes to like who's the best GM. It's not like because if that's the case, Red Auerbach's the best GM. Like he was the best GM like the whole tenure. It's not true. You know what I'm saying? Because you still got to update your resume. What Danny Ainge won that championship and had that championship team back 16 years ago, and since then he has not come close.
But you're acting like he has not made great moves in between.
You can name from that time. You can name one great move. One great move. You can name one great move.
It was it was more than one.
2013.
He got the
all that counts as one. Using those.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. You still got to draft. You still got to draft Jaylen Brown. Right. You still got to draft Marcus Smart. You still got to draft. You still got to draft Jason Tatum. You got to draft those players.
That Marcus Smart thing, you could throw that out the window because he's not even there no more.
They use that player to get Kristaps Porzingis. What are you talking about?
Brad Stevens did that.
He did.
That was actually the team actually got better with Brad Stevens at the helm. All that Danny Ainge, a little magic, all that was non-existent because every time a big fish was up there, he had a chance to go get him, and he was trying to. What he's doing now with Utah, trying to hold on to a player. He could have had Kawhi Leonard for Jaylen Brown. He could have had Anthony Davis for Jaylen Brown. He could have got Kawhi for Jaylen Brown, but he wanted to hold on. None of all that.
I think it's pretty good they held on now because Jaylen Brown was Finals MVP.
What is but Sam Presti hasn't got a championship though. Like he hasn't.
Danny
Ainge still making great moves though. He's still making great moves.
Is Bob Myers a better GM than Danny Ainge and Sam Presti?
All time? No.
Nah.
When Bob Myers was the GM of the Warriors, he was playing GM better than Danny Ainge was because he won championships. Since that's what it is. But again, winning that championship in 2008 don't mean he got it. If that's the case, Doc Rivers still one of the best coaches in the league. But that's not we know that ain't it.
I'm just saying, you guys talking about rings. Bob Myers got 4 and whatever 7-8 years.
Bob Myers had some bad moves too. After the rings, he did some really bad stuff.
Fine.
James Wiseman, Moody, Kuminga.
That all happened in one swell swoop. That happened at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And even so, his good moves way outshadow the bad minuscule moves.
It's tough.
Still won a championship after making those bad moves.
It's obviously tough to build contenders. We'll talk about it more with Brad Stevens later. It's fine. Keep on going.
All right. Next name up is Brad Stevens.
Brad Stevens.
Sam Presti.
Yeah, I'm probably taking Sam.
Danny Ainge built a championship team. Brad Stevens went to 2 finals and 3 ECFs and won the finals, and now it's Sam Presti.
Who's the most important part of those teams? Who are the 2 core pieces of those 2 teams?
What 2 teams?
Of the finals teams he's had.
Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, first of all, that first finals team, whatever. That's not, you know what you want. Danny Ainge drafted both those guys.
Okay. Look, okay, bet. He drafted both those guys. And that roster did not win. What did Brad Stevens do?
Because LeBron was in the way. LeBron was in the way.
In 2022?
Years.
In 2022? Because that was Danny Ainge's roster really in 2022, and they still lost. The Brad Stevens roster won.
Brad Stevens took over in 21.
That was still his roster, though.
Danny Ainge left in 21, so Brad Stevens took over in 21.
He didn't make that many changes, though. He didn't make
that was Danny Ainge's roster.
Okay, I'm taking Brad Stevens. I think he is arguably the best GM in basketball right now. I think he arguably is.
The same Marcus Smart, Nick. The same Marcus Smart people talking about when Brad Stevens was coaching, he knew bro had to get him out of there. Kicked him out of there, got yourself KP. Rob Will got him out of there. And what he went and got, he got Drew Holiday, won a chip. If championship is what you, because that's what y'all told me when it came to Sam Presti and Danny Ainge. You told me chips. You told me a championship roster. Brad Stevens literally did that, and now we moving the goalposts. Now we changing it up. What's going on? Not being consistent.
I'm not valuing championships like you guys. I'm not. I literally said that.
Why wouldn't you though?
One, again, I'm not valuing championships over like a whole body of work. Sam Presti has built 2 different, very good young cores by drafting well. Has made good moves to have accessory pieces. The Harden trade is bad. Not gonna lie, the Harden trade's bad. Drafting Josh Giddey is bad. Gordon Hayward trade is bad. Past that, he's consistently drafted.
But then you can't have Danny Ainge then at that point because he's built 2 championship teams twice. Danny Ainge had a hand in building 2 championship teams, bro.
Had a hand.
Like, literally.
You guys, but again, because you're discrediting and then crediting Danny Ainge. Oh, this championship.
I'm not discrediting him. I didn't discredit him at all. I need to
know who's responsible for this. I am more curious. Brad Stevens built a championship team. Great. Yes. It was good moves this year. Awesome. For 1 year. This is a 1 year thing, right? Derek White development is great. That's his move too. My issue though is after this next couple of years,
the moves that literally got him a championship, you just poo-pooing. You in a 3-year sample size, he has done better than anybody in the NBA.
That's true.
There's not a GM in basketball that has done more in the same 3-year stretch as Brad Stevens had. Nobody has done more than him at all.
That's true.
Again, I would rather have Sam Presti today, right now. That's fine.
Okay.
Based on what?
We got that.
I first of all, like, I can't. I don't think Brad Stevens makes moves that would get Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Him having those is the biggest blessing. If Sam Presti was given Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown on a team, I think he could make complementary moves to win a championship around that.
But you can't do hypotheticals in a GM's conversation, bro. I think that's.
But I'm just saying, if you're gifted 2 top 20 players, you should build a championship team around that. I'm sorry, the asking prices were not much for Drew Holiday. For KP,
Presti made a move and got himself a top 5-ish. We're gonna say top 10 player, and then he got J-Dub, and then he got Chet. He's made good moves. They just weren't as impactful as the moves Brad Stevens made. Because Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, cool. They were literally a laughing stock of not doing anything, even though they were that good. The moves that Brad Stevens did literally changed the course of the team.
He built one of the best. He built one of the best teams in NBA history. I mean, I don't even know what else to say. Based off
wins and result.
Yes.
Since this is what we're going on.
Again, and we've had this conversation a little bit. I think the players he got are great for right now. Right? They're amazing for right now. Drew Holiday will drop off eventually. KP will drop off eventually. KP is never healthy the whole time. So you're going to then rebuild a team with Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Derek White. That's going to be your core going forward. I'm more curious to see what he does with that. That's what I want to do.
Brad Stevens.
I took Brad Stevens, I believe. Next name,
Brad Stevens.
Where did you take Max? Presti.
All
right, we can move on.
That's just
next name.
That just don't make no sense.
Next name Sam Presti or Tim Connolly?
Ooh.
That's who built the Nuggets and that's who built the Timberwolves.
Yes. He left the Nuggets and then built the team to beat the Nuggets.
Yes.
That's a tough one.
I'm taking Sam Presti. I am.
I'm taking Sam Presti too, because I'm not taking Tim Connolly over Danny Ainge or Brad Stevens probably.
I don't know.
Sam Presti.
He built the championship roster. You give me Sam Presti.
All right.
But by a little bit.
I got two more names. Next name up is Daryl Morey. This should be easy, y'all. Let's be serious.
Yeah, I don't know.
I give Daryl Morey credit for putting his nuts on the table all the time and trading for stars all the time, going all in on countless occasions to try and get championships. But the collateral is always bad. He was able to get out of it with Houston.
Sam Presti, bro.
But like he always leaves teams deprived and just done with assets. So Houston pulled one out, but yeah, I'm going with Sam Presti.
It's Sam Presti. I don't even know why he went on that monologue.
Yeah,
Daryl Morey's Daryl Morey. His whole career is based off of two guys right now, GM wise.
Damn, that sounds so similar. You know, like it's almost like you could have said that same thing for Danny Ainge. Like you could have said that same thing.
Yeah. I was gonna say Danny Ainge too. That's interesting. Brad Stevens is based off of what? One player?
No.
Moves.
What the hell, yo?
Brad Stevens has been a GM for 3 years. All the other guys.
Three trades, and two coaching hires. Got him to 2 finals and got him a ring. Okay, whatever.
He walks into an amazing situation.
That was getting laughed at for not winning. Whatever.
All right. Next name up and the last name is Pat Riley.
All-time Pat Riley. But current day, Sam Presti.
It's Sam Presti. Let's be serious, y'all. Pat Riley has not done anything really crazy in the last
I knew you were gonna say in the last, bro.
10 years.
What are we talking
10
about?
years.
It's
been
literally
like
been
10
a
years,
decade.
bro. It's been a decade since he done it. Like, let's be serious, y'all. He has not done anything in 10 years.
Sam Presti is definitely cooking now compared to Pat Riley.
Really, this is the guy who says V's is better than Kanye West. Like, bro, what are we doing?
Okay, put context in that.
No, bro.
I said in
2024.
Oh my God, in 2024, V's better than Kanye West. Yes, bro. I don't know.
I'm talking about a body of work, bro. I'm taking Pat Riley, bro.
We haven't been operating over body. We haven't been doing that the whole time.
If we can't do that, like I said, if that's the case, Doc Rivers is one of the best coaches in the NBA. Has to be. Or body of work. Has to be. But that's not what this is, bro. What have you done for me lately? Nobody has done better than
the NBA. Chris Paul, one of the best players in the NBA.
I think having a history of successful moves and concurrently making successful moves is big.
What Pat Riley done in the last 10 years?
I'm not saying Pat Riley. I'm defending Danny.
I'm not defending Brad Stevens because he ain't had a job that long. So that'd be your only problem. You're just knocking Brad Stevens because he ain't had a job that long.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Pat Riley did that? Pat Riley? Or was it Eric Spoelstra? That was Eric Spoelstra, not Pat Riley. Yeah, that was nasty. That was nasty, Jade. Well, I'm done with the Would You Rather. That's the last name. We can move on.
All